Good afternoon. Today is 7th of May 2024. Welcome to my channel. I am Thomas Lim, E3009. I would like to do a video presentation on Senior REN versus Junior REN. Let me begin. Hi, welcome to my channel. This is video taking 182. Project Malaysia Senior REN versus Junior REN. I am Thomas Lim, E3009. Today is 7th of May 2024. In fact, I wanted to do this as part of the focus group for our Project Malaysia presentation sequence, or a series of Project Malaysia related topics to, in a way, tie in onto the subject of how we can group ourselves together and do better in the future jobs, either as an estate agent or those who are engaged in the group of agent MY online platform. Also, this of course spring a wave a bit because I wanted to make a topic that is easier to understand for the general participant of this platform. So before I begin, let us ask a question. How visible are you? In this picture, you can see that looking at your location or knowing who you are to look for you. How visible are you in today's network? In either your circle of friends or in your among your customer groups. So a starting point to ponder is actually this question, when you put an advertisement out and then some agent will call you, hey, I got a buyer, or hey, I got a suitable tenant for you. Would you like to call agent with me? So this type of question sometimes lead us to think deeper. Why he is engaging a buyer and a potential tenant, and the buyer and the potential tenant cannot directly look for you. In fact, this is a question always I have in mind, and a lot of time people call you when you have got good listing that he has customer or he has prospects. Why can't his prospects directly look for you? So this is a question of how visible are you among the potential buyers. So this is the strength of senior negotiator. So sometimes you have to really admit senior negotiators, they are long-term negotiators. They have been around in the industry for a long time. So they have all the contacts. So all these contacts stick to them. So what I would like to summarize here is the strength of the senior negotiators. Data shows that investor database, they have the experience, the speed to do things. They are contacts that they have with the developers because they have been well connected with the developers, and also rich and the powerful people. They get referrals. People know that they are in the business for some time, so people will contact them. And you have also repeat customers, and you have the skills as a senior agent to handle all these inquiries and direct them to the need of their services as a senior negotiator. So of course they are also knowledgeable, long time in the business. They have good track record. Hopefully they have well documented history, and also they have the intuition because they have the gut feeling a certain thing because of their long time practice also in the field. So these are the few examples that I wanted to show. So as well, a senior agent, senior negotiator, definitely they are really resourceful, and of course they have the summary of their soft skill as they have the influence. One word they say is better than a lot of words that we say, so they have the reputation to be the reference point, and that is because they have earned the trust and the confidence of their customers. So these are the things that on the the opposite side, you can see later I will show. And here I would want to use this as an analogy, a drone, which is a powerful drone. So senior experienced negotiator are like powerful drones which flies higher and better in terms of capturing information. In this case, the information is picture. So this type of analogy to tell you that a senior negotiator in the field has all the connections and the ability to have a helicopter view. Whereas we ask a question, are we such a senior REN or not? We have junior REN now. What are you? The lack of experience, you don't have the skills, you don't have the knowledge, and you also lack the confidence because you have no previous cases to quote to when you explain to your customer. And the database of contacts also very few in between. People actually don't trust you, and you have no influence and no reputation. So this is what we see majority of the RENs in the market. So senior RENs very few. Or senior RENs who have been around in the market for many years, they are very few. In fact, as we see, most of the people in the market drop off or drop out of the industry within the first 1 year. So within 1 year, if they cannot make money, well, they will go to other industries. So senior who stay on in terms of 10 to 20 years, decades, definitely these are very few. So if you are looking at yourself as a newly joined negotiator, so you will be like, in this case, in a racing track, the senior RENs are far ahead of you, probably already few cycle of racing. You are just about to start. So this is the scenario. How are you going to compete? How are you going to make a living when you have got all these experienced people around you? And in fact, I would usually give an example. 20-year-old negotiator hanging banner, and a 2 months old negotiator hanging banner. Your banner may be better, or even your banner may be as nice as the senior negotiator, but your result, the total result will be different. Because he is in the market long enough, the way he hangs banner, the amount of effect that he has, people calling him, and the contacts that can get to him is much more than a young negotiator or a junior negotiator hanging the banner. So to compete with the senior negotiator by hanging banner, probably a figure of speech, literally you can hang nice banner, but the effect would not be as good as the senior agent. So if you look at this race track, you can see that the senior agent is looking back at the junior agent. Of course, the senior agent is far in front, should be ahead, but then the junior agents are many, and therefore the senior agent also see the competition that is coming up. So these are two sides of the coin. So whether you are the junior agent, you try to chase up, or you are the senior agent, you are trying to make sure you stay ahead. This is the challenge of today's real estate agency work. But for the junior agents, at least what you are hoping for is you want to have a fair start. Everybody have a fair start. If you take a listing, hopefully your fair start of this listing is the same as the fair start for a senior agent. So because of your amount of work, the amount of hard work that you put in, you don't want to be, because of your hard work that is lacking, or in terms of your hard work that is not the network that is possible, then you have to learn, and through the time, hopefully over the next few years, you will be on the same path, or at least have a starting point that is near to the senior negotiator. So in fact, this is the challenge that we have as we join this industry. In the direct comparison to senior negotiator, you can never win them because they have the better contact, they have longer time, they know how to do better job than us. However, we try to hit a point, maybe after a year or two, you will be able to deliver similar types of level of alertness, awareness, or contacts similar to a senior negotiator. And definitely hard work is one, but then techniques as well as tools to use is another. So let me explain to you in more details why are we looking at this starting point to have a fair start for the new negotiator, because we are hitting a market that is changing. We are heading a market that is ever dynamic changing, and therefore we have to adapt to the scenario of today's market. So can you overtake a senior REN or not? Hanging banners. By hanging banners, they have been hanging banners for 20 years. Are you going to hang banners better than them? Are you able to do calling your customer and doing this database thing, so that one day you can be ahead of the senior agent? Can you establish your influence and confidence and overtake the senior agent? Or are you able to just be hardworking and eventually have the customers, those customers who used to look for the senior agent, now coming to look for you because you are really shining and hardworking? So these methods, are you able to do it to overtake the senior agent? Okay. A lot of people will say, yes, I can use all these high-tech items. I can use WhatsApp, I can use all this Telegram, Messenger, and all these things that the senior agent, they do not know how to use. But is it true? Newer tech is always able to make you a better agent. What else can you do? Why your buyer and the tenant look for the senior agent and not call you? Why is it they're asking for call agency? Why your agent not directly get to you? And definitely this you have to look at yourself. Buyer cannot find you directly because there is some problem. You are not noticeable. You are not visible. Are these the reasons? So reasons for call agency. Actually, we all know the reason of call agency is because of exclusive engagement or exclusive appointment. Because you are appointed exclusively, therefore the buyer who is not represented by yourself, because you are already engaged by the seller. So the buyer who wants to deal through their agents would have to go through you. They cannot sabotage you and go direct to the owner or the seller. Therefore, because of exclusive engagement, there is the usefulness of call agency, because the call agent bring up a buyer. On the other hand, if you look at the market, of how sticky the buyer is to his own agent, then if the buyer is very much loyal or stick to his own agent, then therefore he will not trust the listing agent, or the listing agent is very weak, in that sense that the listing agent is not someone which the buyer want to talk to. So therefore the buyer appoint his own agent to go and source for him, and this is kind of a acquisition, appointment to secure a property for acquisition or a property for rent. So this is like in most cases call agency in other countries, but then in Malaysia a lot of time it is no linkage, because the call agent is strong but then the listing agent is weak. So therefore the buyer actually, they do not directly have the connection to you as a listing agent. Also in this case, are you looking at the problem, which is why your potential buyers they are not looking for you, and they are looking for their own existed loyal agent. So this is a good question to start thinking. If you can seriously think about this issue, then you understand the whole presentation I am going to get to. So the new text, the sub-selection, we are looking at the new technology, kind of using drone in a case, 360 AR, VR, or using different types of third-party portals, using IT, and then using AI or ChatGPT. All this, can you actually benefit? I'm sure you can, and therefore ask this question: will this help you to get your connections? Are you able to get to the customers using these types of method to have the connection with the buyers or the tenants, so that they will not go to the senior rent, but they will come to you as they believe that you have something they want. So this again, I give the interpretation in this level that if you do just one roadshow, one booth, then you'll be limited. But then when you do a meta trade fair, a lot of booths coming together on the right hand side, and it is getting more data and getting more customer to come. In clinical trials, there are meta-analysis where they group different clinical studies and then do it in a bigger pool of n numbers, so they can collect n numbers up to 10s, 20s, or even up to 70, 80,000 for clinical trial to see whether it is meaningful or not. So these are example of academic ways how to group data together. So I would want to bring the same types of approach. So using the meta-analysis approach for our job as a negotiator. So let's say we do yearly roadshow, agent MY online group of agency. We do annual roadshows throughout Malaysia, and therefore we engage more outlets and agencies to participate together. So will this work? To ask you this question, will this work? So let's keep this as a question at the back of our mind. Let us check on this few analogy I'm going to bring forward. One is Jr Ren. Now look at a roadside store, single roadside store. This is example of a Jr Ren. On effort and you are isolated. Sr Ren, you have a very big store or bigger than normal store, but then you are still as a mega store on your own now. So although you give more choices of variety of goods and products to your customers, you are on your own as a single store. And this is traditional Sr Rens, Jr Rens group together. So you have different stores almost selling the same type of things coming together in a huge mega fair. So this is network of agents groupings, and this can be seen as, agents, land brokers go to coffee shop and they have coffee and therefore trade or conduct their negotiation on the coffee table. So nowadays they don't go there anymore. They have technologies like WhatsApp, Telegram, and they are called the WhatsApp brokers or Telegram brokers. So similarly, I would use very easy simplified method to show you that using the Chinese medical hall. In the old days, this is an example of a Chinese medical hall. So you can term them as very good service, good reputation, and good influence. And therefore, this I would consider them as Sr Ren. And then nowadays, what you see is a Chinese medical hall online. And this Chinese medical hall online is actually a very disruptive innovation, whereby you do not need to go to the physical Chinese medicine store and you can buy almost everything and anything by courier. So this is an example of how disruptive innovation would disrupt that type of industry. So who will win? Whether you are a Jr Ren or you are a Sr Ren, in this picture, the Sr Ren is winning. Of course, the Sr Ren who has more experience and higher amount of network and database would likely win better. Hands down. And the Jr Rens definitely takes time to learn, and the Sr Rens will one day retire and the Jr Ren become the Sr Ren. But at the end, for us to look at it, we should think about whether Sr Rens should become also assimilating to the new technology or assimilated to the disruptive innovation. Because Sr Ren has balancing of their influence and benefits. They have his, in a sense, own customer who are loyal to him, and they do not want to let their loyal customers to buy other people's product. So in this case, they are looking at the economic bloc. Economic bloc, and this economic bloc is something that is like EU country, they block up on their own, and then that's why all these geopolitical threat type of benefit and influences happens. And what in the sense, in the deepest understanding is, in fact, they do not want their clients to be brainwashed. Also, in fact, they want to keep their clients to be controlled by this own benefit lah. In the Chinese saying is 肥水不流外人田 literally this means that do not let one's fertile water flow into an outside farmland lah. So similarly, for any business or any trade, if you are a senior player, you want to keep your own customer. That is why there is CRM, the customer relationship management thing. But is this defense strategy still valid in today when we have so much of a disruptive type of innovation? Also, this is one question that I throw to you as a senior person to think about this. So let's look at platform. Platform, in fact, is a place where you're waiting for trend to come by. So I just pick up this picture, and in fact, this is what you get now when you search what is a platform. Platform is a transport hub. Why platform? Actually for moving trains, because all trains will transit to this platform. It's a station, and it opens and allows free movement of the trains as well as the passenger. Of course, up to a certain level of control. So they give trains the various destination to go and various passenger type to board the train, and also gives you a variety of different cabins and different level of service, and everybody actually is free to choose. Everybody can see it, and nothing is hidden, with some security feature which is needed. Of course, the train need to come in on time, and the train needs to really not collide with another one. So all these are reasons of platforms exist because it is conjugating all the people, the passenger, and the train together as a station. So it's actually a platform of aggregation of people. So embrace platform means what? In the case of producer and the customer. So in this case, your clients as well as your negotiator come to the platform. And I have talked about this in length in other equivalent slide presentation on platform. So our platform in the real estate scenario would be in the case of two-sided network. So one side is the producer are the negotiator who list their property for sale and for rent, and the other arm, which is on the right hand side, as I point here, are the users or the general public who would require the property for rent or acquire the property for use or investment. So this is a short summary of the platform. And in fact, if you think about it in a more direct manner, a single negotiator, well, is a small table and a chair, whereas a platform would be a big conference table and many chairs for many negotiators. So in this case, if you have a negotiator selling books compared to a group of negotiators coming to a platform selling a library of books, so this is how the magnitude is challenged. So in fact, if you think about a lonely man selling one or two books compared to a consortium of bookseller, this is in parts of India and Pakistan, I think, and the groups of booksellers are putting their books for sale. So of course, you come to this type of market, books market, you get a lot of books that you sometimes cannot find even in a library. So therefore, how much of influence as a single person, a self-influence, and how much of an influence you can achieve with groups and platform and multiple types of system. So we want to brainstorm. So in our job as a real estate practitioner, what else can be planned? What else can you do to win the race? If you cannot win the race alone because you are now only coming in new to the system, how do you use the power of platform to help you to create influence? So in this case, I put it as through tech and platforms, you can aggregate people, you can group people of the same type together and improve your reach you to others so that you can win the race. So in this case, it is more like a 4x4 relay rather than a single one person running. So you can never win by yourself, but you achieve a team effort and the whole team would go forward. So this is when you look at TV1, TV2, TV3 in the old days, or even NTV7, nowadays you have very much newer channel. So like Kini TV by Malaysia Kini, they are now ranking high. They are number 10 most viewed video in Malaysia. Of course, lost to the cartoons. So lost to the cartoon, but these are mature viewers. So here we talk about the younger players, the newer players who are in podcasts. Some of these are BBK and Harith Iskandar. So you can see there are many coming up. So are we riding on this trend? If we are you able to become Kini TV? If you cannot, so we offer you 6 platforms. AgentMY.online offers you 6 platforms so that you can ride on this platform without you having to develop your own to actually carry yourself forward. So Agent MY Online Sarawak Sdn Bhd is the company that group all these 6 platforms and manage them, and therefore we put up as in the final slide here. You are an agency firm, you can come in and join us as a consortium to use all these 6 platforms for your own promotion. Thank you very much. I'm Thomasin E3009. These are the names of the platform. Findway.info is a geo-linking opportunity in business. My Real Property Online is a platform that I videos and some of my listings is profile yourself type of website. Contract2you.com is an index comparing ranking of property. Justland.info is like its name, is for land and land related matters. Mid-term rent online is a target market for a new rental segment, which is more than 1 month but less than a year. Sinjunproperties.com is my own sole proprietorship real estate agency firm. Estateagentexam.com is for the study of a diploma in estate agency examination by the board. Thank you so much.